the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Racing Network's live coverage of the Pretend Online Racing Series, Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series, 360 wing sprint cars on tap tonight. Round number 3, Lernerville. The scene of the crime tonight. Server, it looks like it is pretty full. 30 360 wing sprint cars checked in for this. Back with you guys after a couple of weeks off. We had these guys for round number 1 on the 2nd of February. Back tonight for round number 3. They ran the big blocks, I believe, in week 2. They'll run them next Tuesday night here. We will get as much information coming in as we can. Got them a good sponsor for the evening. This 30-lap feature presented by Extra Life. Drivers got about 6 minutes left here in the pre-race warm-up session, and they'll get ready to do their qualifying and have the drivers meeting and get through all of that stuff. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Guys, if you're over on YouTube and Twitch, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you are on Facebook, drop by the Dirt Racing Network, like, share, and follow on the page. Say hi in the chat. Let me know you're there. Tell me where you're watching from. I know about 48 of our 50 great states are covered in snow. It's somewhere. Mine, I think, all 77 counties, and temperatures in the single and negative single digits. Keeping everybody trapped inside, so it kind of stinks, but at least we get to watch some good racing. Getting down to the 5-minute mark. Dominic Santino will be on in a little while here with, let's see. Today is Tuesday. He is going to be on with the SSR 410, All-Star 410s. Over for SSR NERC. I think he goes live here in about maybe 30 minutes. Be sure that you give him a shout. He will be on Facebook Live on the Dirt Racing Network. Great aerial view here. You can see the entire facility. Get a little swamp in here. Got drivers all over the place tonight. C-Shay Paulo's name in here. Greg LeMay. Nick Shamborn. Terry Mustard. Gabe Glatfelder. Bruce Klingon. Rylan Gray. I see the 06 checked in. Has not put a lap on the track yet. So a lot of familiar faces. These guys alternate back and forth. They run the 360s one week, and I do believe they're running the big block modifieds on their alternate week, combining all those points for one overall champion and separating the two into individual series championships. Look at a few different guys here out on the track. Daniel Zager's in here as well. Jeremy Waggle. Oh, my goodness. Scott Thomason, how are you, brother? I know you're freezing your hiney off up there in the Tulsa area, so don't worry. That snow is here, and it is headed your way, and this one's the real one. This ain't like the crap we got Sunday, Monday. This is the real deal today, buddy. Scotty King sent me a picture of a nice stack of T-shirts that we will be posting up from Dirt Slingers Racing League for the Wednesday Night Warrior Series. The Wednesday Warrior guy's going to be happy about that, I'm sure. The driver's still out in the first group here, in the top group, I guess I should say. Making a few laps. Get down here to about a minute, 30 seconds. We will get our invocation, our national anthem in, get ready for qualifying. They do a 4-car invert in each heat race. They take the top 3 from each heat, put them straight to the A main. We fill in 24 cars out of the B main. I think we're only going to send home about 6 cars tonight from this thing, so we'll probably have 3 heat races. Going to be my guess before we actually get to it. Shea Paulo fans in the house too. All right, guys, it is time for us to turn it over to public address. Get our invocation, our national anthem out of the way.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, big thank you, Sam Johnny Foley. Watching the Yokos number 01 and Nick Shamborn out here in qualifying. Waiting for people to start actually posting times here. Nick Shamborn's going to be one of the first ones to do so. Ryland Gray jumped to the top immediately. And this Shea Paulo knocks him right off. Let's watch Shea's second lap. 21 machine. Shea Paulo out of turn 4, second timed lap. Just a bit quicker than his first. 13.473 seconds. He, right now, is your quick qualifier. Trent Verstraeten, Greg LeMay, Casey Miller, and Robert Schaefer. In behind that, plenty of cars out on the track. Let's go check out Daniel Zegers. Zegers out on his first timed lap right now. Right around the top side. 13.578, 5.78 for Zegers on lap 1. Fourth quick. Second lap, a little slower. About 4/100 slower, so no improvement there. He will stay P4. Do not see Zane Walters or Josh Caudle on track, so 30 cars have taken time. Paulo, Verstraeten, LeMay, Zegers, and Haberman, your top 5 right now. Those drivers separated by about 1.5 tenths from first to fifth. So not much space in there. You gonna ever get that dude's autograph, Scott? I mean, you got to be one of his biggest fans on here. And I'm wondering, is he charging too much? Rico, I will deal with Nick Cohan. I do know that registration for this series has been closed for a couple of weeks now. I asked him that last night as somebody asked me if they could get an invite, and he told me that they closed registration a couple of weeks ago. So getting ready to move on to heat races right here. Let me check and see exactly how many we're going to have. Probably 4 now that they've stretched it out a little bit. Yeah, 4 heat races. We'll run through our CJAuto21.com starting lineup on the pole. Anthony DeBarro, the 27 machine, is outside. The 06 of Ryland Gray. Row 2 on the inside. Andrew Heberman, the 999 car on the outside of him. And the over-the-wall photography elbows up Simsport. Number 21 out of Hanford, California. Your quick qualifier this evening, Shea Paulo. Row 3, 31 of Chad Robinson on the outside. Chris Webb in the 68. And your fourth and final row, Jason Williams in the 20 car on the inside. And Alexander Reno will start on the outside. Top 3 directly to the feature from each heat race. Everybody else has to go play in the soup. You know what, Scotty? I think I'll try to work on that for you. See if I can assist in speeding that up for you. See if I can't get that. You know, I got a little pull being in media and all, so let me see what I can do for you. All right, lights off on the pace truck. He will drop off the outside of turn number 3, and when we come out of turn number 4, heat race number 1 will commence. DeBarro and Gray on our front row. Green flag in the air. Great start for DeBarro. Gray going to quickly settle into second. It's a 2-wide battle for third right now out of turn 2, and Shea Paulo will take advantage of the high side, pull himself into third, and leave Andrew Haberman all right behind him in fourth. Close quarters up front already, these guys. There goes Gray to the inside. Crossover move. He takes the lead from DeBarro. DeBarro had a problem out of 2. Had to check the car up. Think he was going to go over the bank if he didn't pump the brakes right there. Shea Paulo now giving up third to Haberman. Haberman worked the high side. Made a good run right there. He's going to take the spot. Into 3 and 4. A little check up there. Gray is getting away from these guys. He's starting to check out already. 0.7 of a second. The battle is right here. Second, third, and fourth. Coming around to 4 to go. Shea Paulo, right rear, hanging halfway off the track when he went into turn 3. Closes up. Think he's putting it in stock mode right now on Haberman. Trying to set up the spot where he can make the pass. Once again, right around the lip. DeBarro hanging on to second. Haberman might be in stock mode on DeBarro. Looks like he is just trying to find a different line. 2 to go for Gray out of 4. Already the starter stand. There goes Shea Paulo right out the side window in turn number 3. So take Paulo out of the mix in this one. DeBarro and Haberman second and third. Those guys in the show if they can keep them right there. And Haberman not content with second. Slider right onto the nose. Parked it right on that front wing right there. Coming to the white flag, and DeBarro able to survive it. Rylan Gray going to win Heat 1. We'll see him in the feature. We're watching the battle at second and third. It's going to be DeBarro, then Haberman, Robinson, Williams, Reno, Paulo, and Chris Webb. So Shea Paulo, not sure. I think hanging that right rear where he just kept inching it up further and further, and finally put himself into a bad position. Heat 2 already gridding out at the end of pit road. On the pole, Gabe Gladfelter, 128. On his outside, in the one machine, is going to be Matt Yorker. Row 2 on the inside, Casey Miller, the 05. The outside, Trent Stratton in the 88. Nick Shamborn will start the Yokos, number 01. On the inside of row 3, and Dylan Macedo will start on his outside in the 25 machine. Your fourth and final row, the BAR Transport, number 63 from Muskegon, Michigan, Bill Coy on the inside, and the 9 car of Scott Barkman on the outside of the final row. Barely hear the cars. Wow. And I got them cranked up pretty good tonight. Well, let's crank them up a little more. See if we can get some more on-track audio going. All right. Lights off on the pace truck. Pace truck going to leave us in turn 3. Eight cars. Top 3 to the feature. Everyone else consolation races. Green flag, heat race number 2 underway, and Gladfelter got a pretty good start there. He's going to have a couple of car lengths over Yorker. Yorker, that black, red, and white number 18 machine. Following in the tire tracks, then it's for Stratton sitting in the third and final transfer spot. Casey Miller, the 05. Trying to find his way around, see if he can snatch a spot. There, he's going to get it given to him as Yorker jumped out the other side window there in turn 4. We saw Paulo do it in Heat 1 late this time for Stratton early. That's going to open the door here for Nick Shamborn. Shamborn with the slide job. I don't think it's going to stick. He may be able to do something here in two if he can make the top side. Carry the momentum off the exit. Oh, they touched left front to right rear. That got Shamborn up in the air. Good racing here. Yorker now making a move for the lead heading into turn 3. Coming to 3 to go. Slide job. Does it stick? Yes, it does. New leader. 18th car of Matt Yorker. Yorker now having to defend with crossover moves and sliders late. He and Glatfelter going hammer and tongs right here. 2 to go that time by. Miller up to the 3rd spot as he got around Shamborn. He's kind of make that stick. Several car lengths there. Now Yorker once again with the slider. That time Gladfelter had to take evasive maneuvers, slowed the car down a little bit. White flag in the air. Can Matt Yorker hang on for 2 more corners? Goes in on the slider line. I think he's going to have it. Heat race 2 goes to Yorker. Gladfelter in second, and Nick Shamborn. Got around Casey Miller. So did Macedo. Miller fell all the way back to 5th. Then Barkman Coy, and we saw Verstraeten early leave the surface in a hurry. That's about all you can say about that. All right, quickly moving on to heat number 3. Oh, wait, okay. That camera just broke. We'll live. On the pole, the School of Sim Racing doubles up Sim Sports number 210. I don't think that's the right number on that car. He's out of Troy, Ohio. It's Bruce Klingen. And on his outside, the TMJ Racing, number 03 from Waverly, Ohio, Terry Mustard Jr. Full Moon Garage, number 10 from Hamburg, Pennsylvania, Robbie Schaefer, inside row number 2. And on his outside, another School of Sim Racing driver, the Team SSR Elite, number 99 from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, Greg LeMay. 3rd row on the inside, the Dolot of Don Runkle Jr. And on his outside, the Grand Slam Graphics, number 89 from Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, Mason Hine. And your final row on the inside, the 86 of John Borst. And on his outside, the 31 of Zane Walters. There we go. Now she's fixed. All right, green this time. 21 machine of Bruce Klingen. I knew it wasn't the 210. 21 imposter. Yeah, that's right. That started a couple weeks ago, didn't it?
Green flag.
All right, heat 3, green flag into the air. And Klingen, we'll start calling him the imposter from now on. Out to the lead around the top side. Mustard able to use the cushion there to take over second. LeMay is going to settle into 3rd. Just for a moment as Robbie Schaefer worked the top side out of 4 and took that spot away. So now the battle for the final transfer spot right here. The 1 machine of Robbie Schaefer and the 99 of Greg LeMay. It'll be behind Walters, Runkle, and Borst in behind that. LeMay had the advantage for a second, just couldn't use the rest of the track to accelerate out of turn 2. He's going to have to throw a slider in 3 and 4. Does so, and it sticks. Move LeMay to 3rd for the time being. Battle at the front. Mustard went for the slider, and he got it there. And when Klingen went to cross it over, they touched. That slowed everybody down now. Could be a 4-car battle for the lead right here. We're watching your 2 front runners. Mustard in the 0. Klingen in the 21. Side by side. And 3 and 4 going to come out to the flag stand. Still side by side. Mustard had the advantage. 2.5 laps to go. And Robbie Schaefer got back around LeMay again. And now Zane Walters, the 31, coming up here to make it a 3-car battle for the 3rd spot. Mustard has cleared Klingen and started to gap him out. Now a big mistake from Klingen right there. He's going to go off the outside of the backstretch. Loses 2, brings it on now. Out the side window he goes in turn number 3. That opens the door for Greg LeMay. When Schaefer had to slow, it is all Terry Mustard. He's going to pick up the win in Heat 3. And then it's going to be Greg LeMay and Robbie Schaefer going to the A main. Walters, Hine, Klingen, Borst, and Runkle. Get your bowl, find a spoon. You're going to have to play in the alphabet soup here shortly. All right. 4th and final heat race. On the pole, the 11 car of Shane Yates, and to his outside are going to be the 117 of Jeremy Prey. Row 2 on the inside, the CJ Automotive Dizzy Motorsports number 21 out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Nick Cohan. And on his outside, the 8 car of Daniel Zegers. 3rd row, another 8 machines, going to be Thomas George, and on his outside, the 6 of Josh Cox. And your back row, the 97 of Aaron Beaver and the 13 of Josh Caudle. Caudle, the only car to not make the call for any of the heat races. So 7 cars in this one. We'll have half of our A main field locked in at the end of this heat race. We will pull 12 cars out of that B, and that is going to be a big B main. All right, pace truck about to leave in turn 3. Yates on the inside, Prey on the outside of the front row. Final heat race of the evening. Green flag in the air. We're underway. Heat race number 4. Good jump for Shane Yates, and he is way out in front already. Here comes Jeremy Prey around the top side to pick up 2nd. Then Daniel Zegers going to fall into 3rd. Nick Cohan tucked in right behind him. Oh, Prey way out of shape. Comes down the hill and just door bangs the 21, but he's going to hang on to 3rd, at least for the time being. Zegers escaped that disaster. He ends up running in the 2nd position. Yates got out of shape in turn 4. That's going to let the gap close quickly. Here comes Daniel Zegers making a bid for the lead. Nick Cohan now up to 3rd. Jeremy Prey having problems. He can't keep the car square in the corners. So we'll go back to the front, watch the battle for the lead, see if it's going to continue to heat up. Slide job this time through 3 and 4, and Zegers found the perfect slider line. He picks up the lead halfway through the heat. Yates to 2nd. Cohan now comfortably into the 3rd spot in front of Thomas George. About 0.4 of a second right there. We find Prey back in 5th, then Cox and Beaver. Lord forgive me. Battle for 2nd starting to heat up. Cohan, good line for him. Went in high, cut down low. He picks up the 2nd position from Yates. The 11 car, Shane Yates, maybe having a problem here. He is starting to fall back through the field late in this one. Coming to the 1 to go signal. White flag in the air for Zegers. Yates in the 11 hanging on. Can he stay in 3rd for the rest of this one? Zegers easily going to win Heat 4. He's going to the A main. Cohan going to finish 2nd and out of turn 4. Shane Yates will hang on to that final transfer spot. George Prey, Josh Cox, and Aaron Beaver be in our consolation races here in just a moment. C-Main, 7 cars. 6 transfer. Into the future, we'll take 6 out of the next one. It'll be Bill Coy and John Borst on the front row. Aaron Beavers and Chris Webb in row 2. Row 3, Trent Verstratton. And then Don Runkle on the outside of that row. And the fourth row is scheduled to be Josh Cottle. He's not going to make it. So this 7-car field quickly down to 6, and all 6 drivers will transfer into our A main. Hello, Mr. Nichols. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Cletus. Can you hear me now, buddy? Get done plowing that snow, Mr. Nichols? All right, lights off on the pace truck. All 6 drivers going to transfer into the feature. They are just racing for their starting position. Will be the inside of rows 7 through 12. Coy picking up the pace. Green flag in the air. And the 63 of Bill Coy brings us to green. Will he have the spot coming out of 2? Big stack up when he got sideways there and right through the middle. Seas parted, open wide up, and Verstraeten shoots through there. Takes the lead at the end of lap 1. Chris Webb, 68 Machine's going to work his way into second. Bill Coy is third. John Borst, Don Runkle, and then Beavers had problems in 1 and 2. And Aaron Beaver went through the grass, but collects the car. Now he is 6th. Over here, we're going to watch the 63 and the 86. That's Coy and Borst. Coy had problems at the beginning, right off the get-go. Now still a little sideways, had to back the car down, and John Borst takes over third. Next challenger, the 00 of Runkle, and Runkle's going to escape without damage right there. I don't think the 2 touch, but there goes Bill Coy, and he hits the fence pretty hard outside of turn 3, so he is probably going to be done in this one. He will finish 6th. At the front, it is all Verstraeten, 1.3 seconds ahead of Chris Webb. Yeah, 30 hours later, I can't do it, buddy. Just can't justify that. But if I was up there, I'd dang sure be helping you. Borst still sitting in third in the 86, the 00 of Runkle, and then Aaron Beaver back here in the 97. These guys getting stretched way out now. Verstraeten. Big hump coming out of 4. The car completely airborne for just a second there. We'll watch him again coming out of 4, see if he finds that same bump. Yep. Right there at the start-finish line. Chris Webb. Webb almost took it out the side door there. The entrance to turn 3. Verstraeten now. 2 to go. Verstraeten, Webb, Runkle, Borst, and Beaver. The white flag is in the air. B main number 1. Verstraeten wins it. Webb will come home second. Runkle is going to come home in third. Borst made a bid, but just wasn't close enough. He gets 4th, then Beaver in 5th, and Bill Coy 6th. But Trent Verstraeten out of turn 2, parted the Red Seas, and he flew. This might be the biggest B main I have ever seen when you compare it with the C main we just saw. Now they took all the cars out of the C main, moved them to the back of the B main. So 18 we're going to take 12. Okay, I see now. I see what they're doing. So 18 cars are going to be out here for this B main. This is a big field, guys. Chad Robinson on the pole with Dylan Macedo on his outside. Zane Walters and Thomas George in row 2. Row 3, Jason Williams and Casey Miller. Mason Hine and Jeremy Prey in row 4. Alexander Reno and Scott Barkman make up row 5. Row 6, Bruce Klingen and Josh Cox. Shea Paulo and Trent Verstraeten in row number 7. Row 8, Chris Webb and Don Runkle. Row 9, John Borst and Aaron Beaver. And Borst did not elect to start in the beam. Oh, there he is. He was just blinking out. Came out late. Car was just kind of blinking. So all 18 cars will be on track for this. I was confused as to what they were doing, but now I think I get it. So 12 laps. And 24 cars scheduled to be in the feature, so I think we're transferring 12. Well, heck yeah, you should be. Your Uncle Bobby in Huntsville. All right, well, shout out to Uncle Bobby. All right, here we go. Green this time. Robinson and Macedo. Green flag in the air. 18 cars in your B-main. 14 laps. It's not what my program said, but that's all right. All right, now, Reno to the pits. It's going to be Chad Robinson out in front. Macedo, Walters, Thomas George. Zane Walters went for the lead, couldn't make it stick, now falls to third. Tight battle, third, fourth, and fifth right here. The 8 car of Thomas George. Peeking down the inside on Zane Walters in that 31. Oh, out of shape at the front. Robinson hanging on to the lead, but man, did he get that car crossed up. Now contact. Close to the front of the field, and Macedo going to fall back like a rock all the way to 17th now. He has taken the car away from the racing surface. His night should be over. Robinson still in the lead. Thomas George second. Zane Walters third. Mason Hine now up to fourth. Casey Miller and Jeremy Prey closing in on him. So is Verstraeten. Verstraeten transferred in from the C-main. He started in about row 7 here. Oh, now he's hung up. Drives through, clips the tire. That may do it for the 88 machine. Mason Hine, part of that. It looks like he's going to drive away. Car might be a little bit damaged, but he is hoping for some more attrition. This thing halfway in the B main. Still Chad Robinson. Now Zane Walters got around Thomas George, excuse me. He and Casey Miller battling. That battle over as Miller takes third away, move George back to fourth. Jeremy Prey is fifth. Chris Webb, Scott Barkman, Josh Cox, John Borche, Paulo in 10th, and he's in a hornet's nest. He's got the imposter right beside him. Klingen in the other 21 machine now settles into 11th, and Jason Williams back here in that 20 car is 12th. Laps clicking off pretty quick. Still Chad Robinson out front. He's gone down to the bottom. And all the speed off the top is going to put Casey Miller to the point with 4 to go. Robinson second, Walters third. It's a little ways back to Thomas George and Jeremy Prey. 4th and 5th. Chris Webb right in there in 6th. Now things heat up when we get to 7th. Cox, Paulo, Barkman. Paulo picking up spots. He's going to thread the needle right here out of 2. Can he make the middle work? Slider in 3 and 4. Yes, he does. Right across, right up on the nose almost of the 6 car. And he made Cox have to make a choice. And I think the man made the right decision right there. He's going to keep it in 8th. Then Barkman, Boris Klingen. And now Aaron Beaver in the 97 car has picked up that 12 spot. The white flag of flying. Casey Miller out in front. Looks like he'll win your B-main. He's going to the feature. He'll be taking a host of drivers with him, including Shane Walters, Chad Robinson, Thomas George, Jeremy Prey, Chris Webb, and maybe as far back as 12th. It says 24 on my program. We'll see who all transferred in once they start to line up. But it would be Paulo, Cox, Barkman, Klingon, Borst, and Beaver if they take the next 6. So I think the guy's going to have a minute or two of warm-up here. Not exactly sure. We'll see who all kind of rolls out, if anybody takes a few extra laps here. Don't forget about tomorrow night, Dirt Slingers, Wednesday Night Warriors. Big block modifieds heading to Knoxville, 8 o'clock Eastern. And immediately following them, 2 more shows. I think Dirt Kings puts the UMP modifieds out at 9:30 Eastern, and the SSR NARC Big Block modifieds go off at the same time. So 3 shows tomorrow night. Guys getting a little extra wear into the track tonight. Should make this feature exciting. As usual, appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Thank you for spending your Tuesday evening with me. Feature time right here from Lernerville. 24 cars scheduled on the grid. Lernerville 30 presented by Extra Life. The PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series brought to us by CJ Auto 21. On the pole will be the 06 of Ryland Gray with Matt Yorker on his outside. The second row, Terry Mustard Jr., Daniel Zegers. Your third row, Anthony DeBarro and Gabe Glatfelter. Row 4, Greg LeMay and Dick Cohan. Row 5, Andrew Haberman, Nick Shamborn. Your sixth row, Robbie Schaefer and Shane Yates. Casey Miller and Zane Wallers in row 7. Chad Robinson and Thomas George, row 8. Row 9, Jeremy Prey and Chris Webb. Shea Paulo, Josh Cox in row number 10. Row 11, Scott Barkman and Bruce Klingon. And your 12th and final row, John Borst and Aaron Beaver. So the lights completely on around the speedway. Cars rolling out of the pits. Going to get formed up because the lights on the pace truck are going off this time past the starter stand. He will drop off in turn number 3. And we will go green for 30 laps out of turn number 4 with Ryland Gray and Matt Yorker on our front row. Double file through turns 1 and 2, ready for that pace truck to make its exit. He's going to have to. Gray jumps on the loud pedal, green flag in the air. Feature time is underway. And Ryland Gray, like a bullet, gone already. Terry Mustard Jr. jumps into second. Matt Yorker falls to third. Daniel Zegers picks it up, steps around the outside and grabs fourth. Daniel Zegers right next to Greg LeMay. That is 5th and 6th. And then Gladfelter around that bright yellow and red, number 128, sits in 7th. Nick Cohan, Nick Shamborn, and Andrew Haberman after 2. But Ryland Gray, 0.4 of a second. He is maintaining a fairly healthy gap here. Make it 7/10 down the backstretch as he drove away a little bit from Terry Mustard right there. These two absolutely gone. A second and a half ahead of the battle for third. That's Zegers and LeMay. So first and second already checking out. We watch them around the top side of 1 and 2. I believe Yorker had a problem down at 1 and 2. He has fallen all the way to 6th. LeMay and Zegers going at it for third, and LeMay's got the top side. He takes the spot away from Zegers. So put Zegers fourth, Glatfelter still 5th, and then Matt Yorker now back under control and up to 6th. Nick Cohan behind that. You saw Cohan lick the fence off of turn 4. Somebody else on the inside, I want to say maybe Zane Walters, clipped the fence there on the inside. But that battle, Ryland Gray already into lap traffic. As we go up front. Oh, contact. Gray's out of shape. There goes the lead. He'll fall to second. Terry Mustard Jr. now. And caution. That may put Gray back in front. I'm not sure. We will have to wait and see. They may keep Mustard there. Don't know who was. Yorker? Yeah, Yorker got off the side of the track and then stopped. And that's a bad place to do that. So, all right, now we will get everybody kind of squared away. Figure out where our leaders are. Waiting on the pace truck. I don't think Gray is. I think Mustard is your leader. Gray is second. Then LeMay, Zegers, Gladfelter, Cohan, Miller, Shamborn, Paulo, and Yates. I don't want to speak out of turn. They may have given that back to Gray because when that caution came out, it usually goes back to the previous time you crossed the start-finish line. And Gray was in the lead. He got held up by a lap car off of 2. So Ryland Gray will be the leader with 9 of 30 laps complete. Then Mustard, LeMay, Zegers, Gladfelter, Cohan, Miller, Shamborn, Paulo. Paulo already up to 9th. And Yates in that 10th spot right there. So he's getting her done, Scotty King. Started pretty deep. About row 10. And already inside the top 10. Pace truck off. Green this time out of 4. Gray on the throttle. Green flag in the air. And Ryland Gray found all the tacky he needed. And he is back to about 0.6 of a second again already. LeMay and Zegers, are they going to resume their battle for third? It looks like LeMay is going to hang on for now. Gladfelter up to 5th, and Casey Miller. Shea Paulo 7th around the top side. Is he going to make a run at Miller? Keeping the 21 car right at the top of the track. He's got 6th away from Casey Miller right there. Miller down on the bottom in 7th, and Cohan around the top side is 8th. DeBarro and Shamborn battling side by side for 9th and 10th. DeBarro's on the bottom. Shamborn around the top. Shamborn's got 9th. Back to the front, 0.8 of a second between Gray and Mustard. Only took them 8 laps to get into traffic the last time. Still 19 cars on the track. The 6th car of Josh Cox, the same car that
caution is out.
got into it with Gray before in that 19th spot. And I think we're going to get to see Thomas George have a problem here. Pretty sure this is the car that I saw sideways in 4 right in front of Cox right there. Yep, gets her around. Klingon gives him a little extra tap. There's your caution flag. Even though he did square it up and drive it off, he got past 90 degrees. You do that with company still coming, you're going to get a caution every time. So just shy of halfway. Gray, Mustard, LeMay, Zegers, Glatfelter, your top 5. Paulo up to 6th. Miller, Cohan, Shamborn, and DeBarro. And we were watching Shamborn and DeBarro right before that happened. Back there rounding out that top 10, and they were side by side. Get on him, Tim. Photographer didn't take the pictures. That is just sad. Still 19 cars on track. Yorker, Borst, Walters, Barkman, and Beaver. Our 5 retirees. Lights off on the pace truck. He's heading out of turn number 3. We're going green again. 16 laps to go. 1 lap shy of halfway. Ready to go back to green. Rylan Gray once again. He'll go right to the bottom, right through the sticky stuff. Good jump once again out to half a second. Terry Mustard around the top side. LeMay went to the bottom. LeMay's got a good run out of 2. Pulls alongside the 0 car of Terry Mustard. Slider in 3 and 4. Does he make it stick? He did at the line. Mustard going to come right back at him in the middle of 1 and 2. Leaves the door open on the top. Greg LeMay up to position number 2. Mustard back. Now Zegers. Can he put the slider in there? Not this time. Wasn't sure if he was going to clear. Kept it down on the bottom. Falls back in line. Caution again. Is this Jeremy Prey? I believe Jeremy Prey may have had a problem. We'll go see. He's back there with the 68 of Chris Webb. And had Yates on the outside. I think he just gets it out of shape. Same thing we've seen a couple of times this far. Doesn't hit anything. Just gets turned around. Able to keep the power to her and get her going. So 17 down, 13 to go. Gray, LeMay, Mustard, Zegers, Gladfelter, Miller, Paulo, Cohan, DeBarro, and Shamborn are our top 10. Schaefer, Yates, Webb, Haberman, Robinson, Klingon, George, Cox, and Jeremy Prey rounding out the field. All right, single file here for the restart. Early this time.
Green, green, green.
For Gray. He jumped on it right at the entry to turn 3, and he is going to command 6/10 of a lead going into 1 and 2 for the first time. You can see how these guys getting spread out. Dust everywhere. We're watching a 4th place. Terry Mustard. Daniel Zegers got around him. Take over 3rd. Mustard is 4th. Gladfelter still 5th. Shea Paulo is still 7th behind Casey Miller. Miller's on the bottom with Gladfelter, and Gladfelter almost got by Mustard on the bottom. That slowed everybody up for a second, and here comes Shea Paulo in the 21 car. He's going to move himself into 6th, and he's going to make a bid to get inside this top 5 from deep in the field. We're going to watch this battle for just a moment here. Mustard on the top with Paulo, Miller and Gladfelter on the bottom. Still side by side right there. That is 4th and 5th. Mustard and Miller. Shea Paulo in 6th, stacked up behind them. He's got to go. Down to 8 to go this time. Can't get the room to get the slider done. No, not that time, but he made Mustard think about it. That slowed Mustard up enough. He may seal the deal right here in 1 and 2. Shea Apollo around Terry Mustard up to 5th, but Gladfelter got to run down the backstretch on the inside. Not enough. And Paulo working the top side. He may have 4th when we come out of turn 2. Not quite. Too much grip on the bottom on the exit, I think, and Miller got a good run. We'll see if he can do it here. Nope. Now Shea Paulo up to 4th. Go check on our leader, Rylan Gray, 1.1 seconds ahead of Greg LeMay. Zagers another 8/10 in back of that, and we saw Paulo, who's 1.2 seconds behind that in 4th. So we're coming up on 5 to go. Rylan Gray from the outset kept that 06 car up at the front. 4 to go this time by. Still LeMay second. Zegers, Paulo. Paulo not closing in. Casey Miller is 5th. 3 to go for Rylan Gray that time. I don't know if they're going to get to this traffic in front of them. It's still Cox and George battling for 18th and 19th, and they may get to them. But if they do, I don't think it's going to be enough to play a factor in the finish of it. 2 to go that time by. About a half a second difference in the lap times, and I think that is enough gap. And they're going to get the white flag right here. Rylan Gray first to see it. Greg LeMay, Daniel Zegers, your top 3. Shea Paulo now has closed in. Rylan Gray is going to win it tonight. Greg LeMay second. The battle right here. Oh, and a little bumpy bump right there. Who's going to have it at the line? We're going to let timing and scoring. I think it is going to be Daniel Zegers by 1/1000th of a second in 3rd. But your winner right there, the 06 of Rylan Gray, picks up the 30-lap feature here, PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series. The Extra Life Lernerville 30. He will go around and bring it up onto the podium. We'll wait for Daniel Zegers as well. Good run for these guys tonight. We'll get our top 3, if we can, in here to chat with us. Rylan Gray already ready to go. Oh, let's see if Daniel Zegers is hanging around in here somewhere. I don't see him yet, nor do I see LeMay. There's Greg LeMay. And we're just waiting for Daniel Zegers. And there's Daniel Zegers. So let's get our 3rd place finisher in here. I'm going to have to go down there. Daniel Zegers, you got a copy. Well, let's see if we can fix it this way. Daniel Zegers, you got a copy.
10-4. 10-4.
I couldn't drag you up into the booth, so I will have to do them all right here. So if you other 2 guys would let these guys, as we go one by one, interview here, I'd appreciate it. Man, great feature, and you battled with several different drivers out there tonight, but you come home on the bottom step of the podium, man. Talk to us a little bit about how your feature went.
Yeah, what a race there towards the end, and my main goal here at Lernerville, one of my weaker tracks, is just being consistent. And I'm trying to get better with some throttle control, which I was just trying to do tonight. And I told the teammates, I said, hey, my goal here is not to put it over the edge. And yeah, we managed to do that, and we had some good battles along the way there with Terry. I think had a little attrition there toward on maybe that last restart. I think we were both trying to go towards the bottom, and I tapped him a little bit. So apologies for that, Terry. We had good racing that entire race, and I'm not sure where he ended up, but yeah, it was pretty clean up there for the most part. Greg had a rocket ship Ryland had a rocket ship as well, and it was just watching them. And then, a little last lap action with the other teammate with Shea. I got a terrible run off of 1 and 2. I was just trying to not screw up, and he was on a burner, and I knew he was probably going to be throwing a slider because that line definitely works, and with the finish line being so damn close, he out of turn 4. But so I tried to protect, and he he found a space that was still open, and we had a little drag racer to end, and I managed just to squeak it out. But it was a good race.
A fantastic race overall. 3rd place in this group. Pretty good run. Who do you got for some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a hard-earned 3rd place.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, big thanks to Pro for putting us on, and Roger for you being in the booth at the DRN. And as always, big thanks to Elbows Up Sim Sport. Wouldn't be here without them and all their help, as always. But Flow Racing, if you guys, anybody hasn't subscribed, go to Elbows Up Facebook page, hit that button, help out sim race community, and you get some to watch some race in real life. But Anderson Speedway, Catch Fence Apparel, Jessup Logistics, everybody, Roof Co. for being on the car and helping us out all the time. It's much appreciated.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
You bet. Thanks, Roger.
Let us move on here to our 2nd place finisher. It's going to be that purple and black number 99 machine of Greg LeMay. You there, buddy?
Yeah, Roger. How are you?
I am freezing my tail end off, sir. It is extremely cold and stupid here right now. How are you? How was your feature tonight, bud? A great run. You had to work your way past quite a few cars to get up to 2nd, and then by the time you got there, it was a long ways to catch that guy in the 06 machine.
Yeah, it was good. It was a fun race. I enjoyed it. I mean, everybody races clean in this league, so shout out to the Pretend Racing Online. I mean, they do a great job keeping these guys in check. But yeah, once I got behind Ryland, there was a couple times I thought I had a run, but dude was on fire tonight, so not much I could do but kind of we were running the same exact line. I tried a few things, and rather than give up my spot on the podium, I'll take a second to a driver like Ryland any day.
Well, great run. It looked like pretty much the track stayed top line. There was a couple of times I saw some guys make a couple of moves in the middle out there, but I didn't see much else. What did it look like from the driver's seat?
Early on, I was able to make some moves around the bottom in 1 and 2. I mean, anybody who drives Lernerville knows that the bottom in 3 and 4 is never fun to try to get a run on anybody. But 1 and 2 had a little bit of room to work around in at the early stages. But once that slick came in, that top line's too powerful. So, like I said, me and Ryland just hooked it on the edge and just went to town and rode her into the sunset there at the end because I did see some battling going on behind me for my teammates Shay and Dan, so it was a fun race though. Fun track to drive.
A fantastic run, a great finish. Who's on the car helping you out?
Big shout out, to Elbows Up Sim Sport team. Definitely happy to have 2 of us up on the box this week. We got School of Sim Racing, Tommy Brandon. If you guys have any need for anything sim racing, leagues, tutorials, setups, anything you need, he's got it dialed in over there. Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Jessup Logistics, Paints by Tunican, Hergot Real Estate, BSA Over the Wall Photography, Catch Fence Apparel, Roof Co., and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. And as always, Dirt Racing Network, you guys put on a great show, so I appreciate getting a chance to go watch it back.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a great run. Thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you later on this week.
No problem. See you guys later. Good job, Brian.
Thank you.
2nd place finisher, Greg LeMay. Now, let's talk to the man who pretty much dominated this thing. He didn't let anybody get too close to him unless it was on a restart, and as soon as the green flag fell, he took care of that real quick as well. Ryland Gray, you got a copy?
Yep, hello.
Well, a great run, man. Like I said, you really didn't let anybody get too close to you. Had a little run-in about midway there with a lap car, and tell us what you were thinking right at that time. You kind of got lucky and caught a caution right there.
Yeah, I got saved by the bell there for sure. I was just really frustrated then, but when the yellow came out and I saw they still let me pass LeMay, I was just super relieved because I knew I had a good run at this track. And this isn't my best track. This is probably one of my worst tracks, so I wasn't expecting much in this race. But with the invert, I got the pole, and I had a chance, so I just gave it my all. And really, I'm just here to finish for points. I mean, the win is pretty good as well.
Well, a great run, and I've been watching you for a while. You've run in a lot of series that are on the network here, and just a little bit of steady improvement every single time we see you, and now constantly running on the front. What has it taken to get to this point where you're picking up wins in significant series now?
Just lots and lots of practice. Start running the smaller leagues, see how you do in those, run official races. I wouldn't go to host it if anybody's watching that has iRacing, not the best racing there. So I'd look it up, just run like United Dirt Sim Series, stuff like that, just get started and just lots of practice, lots of building setups and stuff buying them, just whatever you can do to be faster.
Well, fantastic win tonight. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you celebrate with the champagne?
Everybody at JIR, is Joe Isabel, the owner of the team, for making this sweet design for this year. And I'm actually here to win this race because, unfortunately, my great-grandfather passed away last night, and came here to win it for him. So just give prayers to Bob Cheshire and their family.
All right, man. Well, sorry for your loss, and congratulations on the win. We appreciate you taking the time to chat with us, and we'll see you very soon right back here on DRN.
Thank you.
All right, you're a winner tonight, Rylan Gray. Let's take a look at the final results. Gray wins it. LeMay was second. Zegers in third. Paulo all the way to fourth, and, man, he started deep. We know that's the hard charger for the evening. A good run for Shea there. Casey Miller in fifth. Gabe Glatfelter was sixth. Anthony DeBarro in seventh. Terry Mustard in eighth. Ninth to Nick Cohan. It did it to me again. It shifted when I don't want to shift. I hate that. Robbie Schaefer was 10th. Nick Shamborn 11th. Shane Yates in 12th. 13th to Chris Webb. Andrew Haberman in 14th. 15th to Chad Robinson. Bruce Klingon in 16th. 17th to Thomas George. Jeremy Prey in 18th. 19th to Josh Cox. 20th, John Borst. Matt Yorker in 21st. Zane Walters 22nd. Scott Barkman was 23rd. And Aaron Beaver rounded out the field. Fantastic run tonight by everybody. Saw a couple of guys jumping off the track, but all in all, 24 cars at Lernerville when it's slick. You only had a couple of cautions there, so good run by these guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget to jump over and say hi to Dominic. He is on the Facebook Live page right now. We'll come back and see him tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, for the Wednesday Night Warriors Big Block Modifieds at Knoxville. And until we see you guys the next time, everybody keep it dirty. For Dominic Santina and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, good night, everybody.